Today, we'll take a closer look at Hytale's landscape generation technology, specifically the approaches we utilize to produce spectacular, procedurally generated landscapes across each of the adventure mode zones. As you can think, there's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Interpretation of noise maps and height maps. A noise map is a set of random numbers that may be coupled with a variety of algorithms to produce a wide range of different types of generation in the context of procedural generation systems. Noise maps are used in many different areas of Hytale's content creation engine, including all of the landscape-related algorithms that we'll go through later in this video. One of the most notable applications is the construction of the zones themselves. Height map interpretation entails the use of additional sets of numbers to determine how high or low specific noise map features will look on the created landscape. We may, for example, take a set of noise maps that would make a winding waterway and change them to construct stunning river canyons by adjusting height map interpretation thresholds. Our technical artists study noise map composition as a trade, explains Slicky, world generation coder. They have a wide range of noise types and techniques for combining them in their toolkit. Learning to balance complexity, performance, and design takes time. We're continuously discovering new methods to mix noise maps to build novel topography or insert prefabs in unexpected places. When we're satisfied with the configuration of a biome's noise maps and thresholds, we incorporate these rules into the game. Multiple noise maps are added to a landscape one by one, beginning with a general landscape and progressing to the rules for Zone 2 river and mountain biomes. The steady increase in complexity is purely illustrative. Once the noise maps and thresholds for an area have been defined, the landscape is generated all at once. Layers, covers, and prefabs. At this point, we have a landscape with many blocks and a few important features such as rivers, mountains, and shorelines. The process of imbuing landscapes with personality takes place in stages, each having its own procedural creation process. We begin with layers. These are a different type of noise map that's used to indicate both the depth of particular types of blocks in the terrain and the types of blocks that will appear on the surface. A landscape in Zone 3 is made up of several layers, with plants and vegetation stripped to reveal the underlying components. The next step is to create covers. The term cover refers to a minor environmental element such as grass, vegetation, mushrooms, crystal outcrops, and so on. We may tell the WorldGen system what sorts of plants should appear on specific levels by designing the covers for a given area. For example, we could determine that thick shrubbery should only be found on grassy layers, whereas moss could be found on rocky surfaces underneath. Prefabs add the finishing touches to environments and are typically what give them their own identity. The WorldGen system distributes prefabs, which are configurations of blocks around the environment. Trees and other incidental prefabs are met regularly by the player and are distributed similarly to other types of ground cover. To support the Adventures mode's WorldGen system, the prefab system also enables larger structures and areas of interest, and modders will be able to use them or build their own when customizing the world. Prefabs are designed individually to ensure that their presence in the world is believable and feels unique. A new type of noise map is used to map out zones where larger prefabs can spawn. Layers, cover, and prefabs work together to create environments that mix the dynamism of procedural generation with a sense of purpose that comes from combining hand-designed buildings and environmental components. WorldGen is an excellent system, says Amber, a technical artist. It provides us a lot of power and allows us to be quite creative with the system. We frequently produce landscapes and show them to Slicky, who has commented, "Wow, I had no idea you could even do that." Other areas of WorldGen that we haven't discussed in this video include cave networks, dungeons, and how zones cross with one another. Because these are massive subjects in and of themselves, we want to address them separately in our next in-depth look at Hytale's generation algorithms. You'll be able to create your own unique surroundings by integrating asset creation with Hytale Model Maker, block building tools, and the underlying world generating mechanism. We can't wait to see what Hytale modders can come up with. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your views about landscape generation? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.